Hello viewers, welcome to my channel Human Diseases and Genes. In this video, I will discuss about Rubinstein-Taybi syndrome (RSTS). Rubinstein-Taybi syndrome was first reported by Dr. Jack Rubinstein and Dr. Doris Taybi in 1960s. They described the syndrome as a condition characterized by a distinctive combination of physical features, intellectual disabilities, and other developmental issues. Their work established the basis for recognizing and diagnosing this rare genetic disorder, which is now known as Rubinstein-Taybi syndrome. Rubinstein-Taybi syndrome is a rare genetic disorder with an estimated prevalence of approximately 1 in 1 lakh to 1 in 1,25,000 individuals. The exact prevalence can vary depending on geographic and ethnic factors, but it remains a relatively uncommon condition. Due to its rarity, precise prevalence figures are challenging to determine, and it may be underdiagnosed or misdiagnosed in some cases. Rubinstein-Taybi syndrome is a rare genetic disorder characterized by a distinctive set of physical and developmental features. Rubinstein-Taybi syndrome symptoms include a characteristic facial appearance, developmental issues, behavioral problems, and congenital defects. Distinctive physical features of RSTS include microcephaly, that is a small head, high forehead, down-slanting palpebral features, arched eyebrows, thick eyebrows, long eyelashes, a big nose, low-hanging columella, that is the tissue between the nostrils, a convex nasal ridge, broad thumb and toes, and a short stature. Individuals with RSTS often have moderate to severe intellectual disability and delayed speech and motor skill development. Slowed growth and delayed physical development are common. Behavioral problems including attention deficit and impulsivity may be present. Individuals may experience a range of other health issues such as obesity, congenital heart defects, breathing problems, sleep apnea, hearing loss, problems with vision or dental anomalies, renal abnormalities. Some individuals with RSTS may have seizures, a higher chance of developing certain non-cancerous brain and skin tumors. Rubinstein-Taybi syndrome is caused by mutation in the cyclic AMP response element binding protein, that is CREBBP, or E1A binding protein P300 genes. The gene is located on chromosome 16p13.3 and contains 31 exons and spans approximately 190 kilobase. The CREBBP gene encodes a 7.3 kb messenger RNA that translates into a protein of over 2,400 amino acids. Alternative splicing of messenger RNA leads to multiple transcript variants encoding different protein isoforms. CREBBP gene provides instruction for making the CREB binding protein, a large protein with numerous functional domains, including a bromodomain, that is BRD, a histone acetyltransferase, that is HAT domain, and severe cysteine histidine rich domain. These domains enable CBP to act as a transcriptional co-activator, recruiting other proteins and modifying histones and other non-histone proteins to regulate gene expression, cell growth, and differentiation. Due to its large size and multiple interaction domains, CBP serves as a scaffold, stabilizing the assembly of large protein complexes involved in chromatin remodeling and transcription. CBP is critical for various cellular processes including embryonic development, growth control, homeostasis, and cell differentiation. Mutations in EP300 gene are another known cause of Rubinstein-Taybi syndrome. EP300 gene is located on chromosome 22q13.2 position and consists of 31 exons and spans approximately 90 kb of DNA. This gene encodes a large protein known as CAT3B or P300. P300 protein has multiple domains that perform specific functions such as TAZ-Z1, TAZ-Z2, bromodomain, HAT, and CH2 domains. The P300 protein is a histone acetyltransferase that plays a crucial role in gene regulation. It attaches acetyl group to histones which alters chromosome structure and makes gene accessible for transcription. The P300 protein also acts as a scaffold, bringing together and coordinating transcription factors with the transcription machinery. By regulating gene activity, the P300 protein controls cell growth, division, and maturation into specialized cell types. The Rubinstein-Taybi syndrome is inherited in an autosomal dominant manner. Rubinstein-Taybi syndrome is diagnosed primarily through a combination of distinctive physical and radiological features and confirmed by genetic testing. A doctor will look for a combination of key features, especially facial features, limb anomalies like broad thumb and big toes, short stature, and intellectual disability. Confirmation of the diagnosis is achieved with molecular genetic testing that identifies a pathologic variant in the CREBBP or EP300 gene or a large deletion in chromosome 16p, which are the genetic causes of the condition. If there is a family history of RDS, genetic testing such as chorionic villus sampling is done to diagnose the condition before birth. There is no cure for Rubinstein-Taybi syndrome, but treatments manage its diverse symptoms through a multidisciplinary approach, including early intervention programs, special education, speech and physical therapies to address developmental delays and medical or surgical interventions. Early intervention programs and special education provide support for cognitive and developmental disabilities. Referrals to behavioral specialists and support groups assist the behavioral challenges and provide family resources. Speech and feeding therapies help with communication and eating difficulties. Medical or surgical interventions are used for associated problems like cardiac defects, hearing loss, eye abnormalities, gastrointestinal issues, and musculoskeletal issues. Aggressive management of gastroesophageal reflux and constipation is necessary, with options including diet change, stool softeners, or medications. Feeding tubes or gastrostomy tube placement is required for severe feeding issues and failure to thrive. Annual eye exam by an ophthalmologist is required to monitor for eye abnormalities. Regular dental examinations and cleaning are essential. Regular monitoring of growth, feeding, and annual evaluation of cardiac, renal, and auditory anomalies are vital. Genetic counseling is recommended for affected individuals and families to understand the syndrome. This is all about Rubinstein-Taybi syndrome. If you found this video helpful and learned something new, please like this video. And don't forget to subscribe my channel for more health insights. Share this video with friends or families to spread awareness. Don't miss my next video. Until then, stay informed and take care of your health. Thank you very much.